Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the ATC. It is our absolute pleasure to host you at the board meeting at our center tonight. You're very familiar with some of our work. We appreciate you taking the time to check out the projects as you came in tonight. We're going to give a little bit of demonstration about, if you'll recall, the Summit Project and how all of that came to life. So we have several students here from every program to tell you a little bit about that. So we'll let them get started.
Earlier this year, Ms. Losher approached the ATC for a project for the Summit. Working with teachers on the Hill, we designed a project and we worked with Ms. Losher, and thus this luminary globe was born. Once the idea was finalized, every program started working, designing their own base.
The students from the welding program designed the metal base. We used a plasma cam to cut out the word welding and the slot the globe slots into. We cut a 5x5 base with a plasma cam for the bottom part. Cut a 4x4 piece of square tubing 2 inches thick to make the body of it. And then we tacked it from the inside so you couldn't see it on the outside. And then welded the whole outside. And then we had machine tool drill a hose we could run our core through. And then that's what we used for the body of ours.
I helped do mainly the carpentry bases. We took oak and just cut it into blocks, and then we sent it over to CAD/CAM so they could cut out the hole here. And then after that, they sent it over to industrial maintenance, so or machine tool. I'm sorry, so they could bore out the back hole, make it perfect for the wiring.
For the machine tool base, right here, we use aluminum to create a 1.5 inch thick cylinder. We then use a CNC machine to engrave the letters on each one. We use the proto track to work with the automotive base, which is right here. Pro track mill, and we also put the top slit in top of it and plugged each piston for wiring, which plugs it right here.
Practically the way CAD/CAM and health science bases were made using our 3D printer, and each one was fit to accompany whichever program you're under. For example, health science is in the shape of a heart, and practically the way and CAD/CAM have their programs written on the top.
For CAD/CAM, we use the VCART program and the CNC router to design and manufacture the globes that you see. For the design part, we used the 6 C's to implement how we wanted to drive it, and
It was mostly a team project. You know, it took every section of the school. It wasn't just one class or the other. Every single one had to work together as a team to make sure we got it done. But it turned out pretty good and better than we thought.
Once all the bases were complete, they were sent to the Project Lead the Way lab, where Project Lead the Way and industrial maintenance students worked to solder the light kits for all 300 bases.
After all the bases were created, and while they were being created, they were tested to make sure that the globes and the lights would work properly, so that way whenever they were delivered at the summit, there would be minimal issues to make sure everybody had a functional base.
Each unit was then packaged with tissue paper for the globe and the base. We used this special card to insert it in each box to commemorate the project. Each box was also labeled with a sticker, as you can see here, to indicate what base was in that box.
After production was completed and everything was boxed up, table sets of 8 were organized to include a variety of different bases for each table at the summit. We handed out more than 250 luminaries to those in attendance at the April 13th summit.
As you can hear from our students, this project was like Dalton said, a true team effort. I can't give the students and our instructors enough credit for all of the work that went into this entire manufacturing process. And I think that's one of the things that the instructors tried to work with the kids on. This is real life. When you have a project that needs to go out by deadline, you work together to make that happen. And one of my favorite parts about the project was going into a classroom. For instance, our welding program they were debating about which base was best and why this was the one we wanted. And that's the 6 C's that Justin mentioned. That's what it's all about. And we were really proud of how they turned out. I've had community members call and want extra luminaries, so we're working on getting those out to those students. At this time, I'm going to give my guys and girls a chance to introduce themselves so you can know who we're talking to.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Chester. I'm a junior at Marion County High School, and I'm part of the Project Lead the Way program. After high school, I plan to study architecture.
My name is Austin Harrington, and I'm also a junior in the Project Lead the Way program. And after high school, I plan on majoring in robotics engineering at ULSB2.
My name is Alexis Evelyn. I'm a senior at Marion County High School. I'm currently in the machine tool program, in which I have a certification. I'm also in the Project Lead the Way program, and I plan to study mechanical engineering after high school.
I'm Jeremy Hagan. I'm in the welding program. I have received a AWS welding certification, and I've become career ready with the program. And I plan to open up a fabrication shop and be self-employed after high school.
My name is Dalton Smothers. I'm a senior at Marion County High School. After graduation, I plan to join the Carpenters Union in Louisville. There's a certification for my program too, but nobody's passed the test in the state, so it's a little challenging. But I was only about like 10 questions short, 8 questions, not too bad. So I'm proud of it.
Admitted to the union anyway. That's right. So we're happy.
My name is Justice Spalding. I'm a senior at Marion County High School. I'm in the Project Lead the Way CAD classes. After high school, I plan on studying engineering.
Great. And these guys they're just representing their programs tonight. They had a very large role in making that summit project happen. So I'm really appreciative of their efforts and them coming tonight to share that information. That took up a large portion of our time this spring. However, there's lots of other great things going on in programs as well. So I'm going to let Louie and Joseph tell you about health science.
Hello, I'm Louis Abada, and I have completed the Allied Health Career Pathway. I completed this pathway because I wanted to be an OBGYN, but then I changed my major to nursing. If I knew that I wanted to be a nurse from the start, I would have taken the M&A course that is offered here and got my M&A certification. That I could use at WKU for the nursing program. The M&A course that is offered here is around $115, which is more recommended than the one that is $650 around other faculties. I feel that I have learned a lot in my classes, and I intend to use that knowledge in the future.
Hi, my name is Joseph Benningfield. I'm currently a freshman here at Marion County High School. I'm here because I'm very excited. Sorry, I was speechless there for a second. We are about to announce a new class for the 2017-2018 year. It's Principles of Biomedical Science. I'm very excited for this. As you can see, the full name will be Project Lead the Way, Principles of Biomedical Science, but you'll come to find that PLTW, Principles of Biomedical Science, is just a little bit less of a mouthful when you have to say it over and over again. We will be learning many different subjects throughout the course of the year. We'll be talking about biology, medicine, and human physiology. Throughout the course of the year, they've already talked about setting up a stage process wherein we follow a fake subject and see the reasons and factors of why they have deceased, as well as going through many other educational lessons and labs. There are a lot of students in this at Marion County High School that have been very interested in perhaps being a pharmacist or a forensic scientist, maybe even a coroner, that have not had the proper health pathway, but now, because this is coming into effect, those students can now find what they're looking for. I've had an interest in forensic science since I was in elementary school, so this is why I know that this is a great opportunity, not just for me, but for many other students that are also for class. Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, we'll hear from our automotive program tonight.
I'm Ron Hallmark. I'm a senior in automotive. over the course of years working in there, I've got to do numerous live jobs, vehicles actually get put back on the roads. We've done rear end rebuilds, engine rebuilds, transmission rebuilds, manuals and automatic. We also do smaller stuff, oil changes, tire alignments, other sorts of stuff through the steering and suspension. With good teaching of Gerhardt throughout the course of the year, and him always never giving up on me, I was able to pass the ASE certification test this year. And here come next year, we're hoping to start a biodiesel program and study the process of future automobiles.
Excellent, excellent. Ryan said he passed his ASE certification this year. It was actually today. And Ryan and Ryan and 10 of his classmates took the exam today, and 100% of them passed it. So that resulted in college and career readiness, not only for our Marion County students, but our Washington County students as well. That's always real inspiring when they come out of that room and they're just so excited. So they've worked hard this year, and I applaud all of their efforts. We're all at different stages of our career study, so I always applaud our students' ability to get up and talk about what they're passionate about. We do have several other students in the audience tonight. I just want them to take a second. They're not speaking tonight, but you might have seen them in the lobby. So Diego, Brody, if you all want to quickly introduce yourself.
My name is Diego Reyes, a senior here at Marion County High School. I'll be graduating soon, and I'll be studying engineering at the University of Kentucky.
Awesome.
I'm Carly Clark. I'm a sophomore at the high school, and I'm in Miss Allen's class, Special Topics Engineering. And I really like that class because we use a lot of our creativity, and for like photography, some of the pictures you saw out there, and we did like mosaic pieces, like portraits, and it was really fun.
Brody?
Hello, I'm Brody Sheeter, and I'm in the welding program. I graduate in 2 days, and I plan on going to welding school.
Brody's also earned his welding certification. Does anybody up here earn their certification that they didn't mention? Alexis got NIM machine tool certification. So we always want to work with our students to help them get that next step ready to go. So she needs to stand and be ready. Yes. Come on in.
I'm Cassidy Lawson. I'm a sophomore at Marion County High School, and I recently found out I passed the COSA test for Allen.
Yes, as a sophomore. And I heard Mrs. Walsh mention earlier about our kids being troopers with all of the testing at the end of the year. I heard the ambassadors mention that. We can't express how much of a trooper they are, and our teachers have worked tirelessly with our students to get them ready for that. Jordan Jeremy's giving a thumbs up. You know, it's not easy. They're passing industry certification exams, and that's a big deal. So they take a lot of pride in that. Jeremy demonstrated his for me one day when I was in the lab, and it broke, and he was like, try again. And that's the sense of responsibility and commitment that we want our kids to see every day. And I couldn't be happier to be their principal and to be part of this school and this team. So I just want to give them a shout out and all of the students that come here every day to learn. It's the best place in the district. So we're really proud of them. Do you have any questions for our students or for our teachers who are here tonight too? So if there's any questions you might have, feel free to ask.
Who are the teachers up here?
You want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Please.
Sure.
My name is Buffy Ryan. I am one of the health science teachers.
I'm Mary Jo Clark.
I'm Ginger Allen. I'm one of the project lead way teachers as well as the tech design teacher.
I'm Richard Porter. I'm the maintenance man.
Danny Taylor, construction technology.
Jordan Tedrow, the welding program.
Chris Subb, I'm the machine tool teacher.
Jason Spalding, I'm the CAD/CAM teacher, and though I didn't have any industry certifications, it wasn't from lack of trying. We're still trying for them. They have a pretty intense test that has a very strict time limit with very little time for each question.
It's not giving up yet. We got 4 days, he said.
Yeah, 4 days. We ain't done yet.
That's right. We're not done yet. Ms. Murphy?
I'm Courtney Murphy. I'm a guidance counselor up here.
Anybody else? We have Dave Gerhardt's here too. He's been very ill this week. He's not here tonight, but he's our automotive teacher. So have one of the greatest teams. and they work hard every day, and I don't give them enough props, so I appreciate all of your hard work. Any other questions?
I just want to say, for the project, you know, it's, you know, it's Miss Losser, you know, but, you know, I just thought it would, I wanted folks to see what happens at the ATC. And I wanted them to see what our kids can do. And it's one thing to have a pencil and paper project, but it's another thing for them to really have a hands-on project. And I appreciate the teachers at the center saying, we're going to embrace this. And I mean, literally, I came up sometimes and there was wires laying everywhere. And they were cutting the wires, stripping the wires, putting the ends on them, testing every single one. So there were so many kids that had a piece in that. And like Ms. McRae said, that's real life. A customer comes to you, they say they want a product, they tell you what it is they want, you design the specs, and you make it happen. And they're looking for that finished product in a box, wrapped up in a nice package. They did a great job. And, you know, our allied health, our health programs, it's always going to be a need, doing a great job. I'm glad to see that we're adding some Project Lead the Way to our health. That's going to be a big field, and obviously automotive, everybody here is going to get in a car. and we need those kinds of things. So I will put a shelf up and just
Line 'em up.
display them all.
So you can have all of these. These can all be yours.
Okay, they'll be displayed for everybody. So you all did a great job of letting our community know. You said you gave out 250 boxes, but you did more than just give them something. You basically spread a message to 250 people who, every time somebody comes in their office, they're going to look at one of those and they're going to say, where'd you get that? And you all were a part of being an ambassador for what our school's doing. So thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
I'd also like to say on that, those 300 globes that we cut out, it started out with Andrew Spalding designed it, and I had Keith Ballard and Ames Madden, they were my two interns. And they worked tirelessly cutting those 300 globes. They went in and they started out, and it went from saying, Mr. Spalding, what do we need to do? This globe's cut wrong, to the point that by halfway through, they were saying that one cut wrong, we did this and we fixed it. So they learned real world problem solving while they were doing it. They were able to work through their problems and then answer their own questions. So it was a good experience for them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
We're going to have another code here in just a second. Y'all wrote this out.
Somebody turn the air conditioning down before you leave.
Oh, turn it up so don't get going.
I'm getting slowing right now.
Okay. Our next item is the MAP scores and accountability updates from Tammy Newcomb.